Oh. It's almost like there's this moment now of like, stillness. These first few moments of just being, feeling quite great. Just slowly and steadily, just begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Just noticing how the breath feels in your body. Yeah, and this sense of calm, balance, and ease as you arrive on your mat. And then slow motion with the soles of feet to floor, knees to the sky. Start to do some little rolling bridges as we warm up the body. So tuck the tail under, lift the hips, take a breath in. Exhale, breath as you lower back again. Tail tucks under, spine peels up. And then breath as you lower back down. Just keep that moving for a few more rounds of breath there. So inhale breath as the spine lifts up. And then exhale breath as the spine lowers. I think one of you still on yourself mute again. And then spine peels up as you roll back up again. And then as you drop the bum back down, hug your right knee into chest and start to do some little thigh circles there. Steph, I think you might still be off mute. And then little circles in the opposite direction. Start to stretch and bend that towards the ceiling. A little push up of the heel to the sky, back down. Oh. And then heel to the bottom, take a little twist. Oh. Mm-hmm. And then when you come back through set, hug of knees, and repeat that on the other side. So little thigh circle, left thigh, circle and hip circle. Little reverse the other way. And then, start to stretch and bend that left heel to sky. Good, and bring heel to bottom. Take a little twist now to the right. And then back through center, both knees hug on you. Little rock from side to side, and then a rock forward and back, and we'll start to rock and roll up and down. Sweep little legs around. Come onto all fours shape. And start to move in your cat-cow. So belly drops, heart pulls forward, breath in. And breath out as you scoop up and round. Breath in, belly drops, heart pulls forward. And then breath out. A little bit of neck movement there too. So just lubricating through cervical spine that might have stayed in one shape all through the night. And scooping around. 2 more times. Breath in, belly drops. Heart pulls forward. And scooping around, breath out. Come back in through neutral. Little stretch of the left leg long behind. Lift the left leg. Start to do some little lower and lifts here. So a little lift and lower. Just warming up the back line of the body. I don't think I'm going to take my jumper off very in the short future here. It's nice but brisk. And then next time the left foot drops down, open on out to your left long side of your mat and just start to take a few of those leg floats onto the side body. Next time the leg is lifted, take a hold, expand through your chest, look up. And then place the left foot to the floor, to the mat, and then side bend up and over into that little gate pose. Come back through center, turn the left toes out. Find a little modified side angle as you breathe in and side stretch up and over. And a little cartwheel, top of the mat. Just retuck the toes, pivot on the left foot, find your little plank pose, a few little releves forward and back there. So just giving a little bit of strength into the upper back and the shoulders. And I look through the gaps in the decking underneath. You can see leaves, which we need to sort out. But it looks like the sunlight's on them, and it looks like a little fire. It's not a fire though, it's just the sunshine. Shift the weight slightly forward, lower all the way down onto the mat with control. 3 little cobras. So breath in, heart pulls forward. Breath out as you lower down. Breath in, shoulders pull back, heart pulls forward. Breath out as you drop down. Strong leg lines here, so still strength through the whole body. And lower down. And then first downward facing dog as you take a breath in and out. Little pedal out through those feet again. Warming up calves, Achilles, and heels. And then shift up onto the toes, drop the knees down. Right leg stretches out, some lift and lowers, right leg. So bias your weight more into the right hand. So you're really working across the sling of the obliques in your body. Little lifts and lowers, up and down. Number 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot down, left hand to mat, pivot to the right long edge of the mat. Right arm reaches up, start to lift and lower, right leg up and down. So just keeping a steady pace and rhythm of the breath. Just warming up these muscles of the outer hip. Another 4, 3, 2, and little hold as you expand and reach. Place the right foot to the mat, gate pose, up and over. Breathing into left side body. And then little shift up, right toes point to the right long edge of the mat, and your little side angle, side stretch. Stretch into the inner seams of your right thigh. And little cartwheel, top of the mat. Find that plank. Drop the knees if you need to, lower down all the way to the belly. 3 little cobras again. Breath in as you lift. Breath out as you drop. And again, breath in. And out. One more breath in. And up. Downward facing dog pose. And out. We'll pedal through feet again. One heel pressing down and the other. And then lift high on the toes, breath in. And then step, jump, float, top of the mat as you forward fold, Uttanasana, bow down. Take hold of the opposite elbows and just wash your body from side to side. A little dangle as the arms drop and drape down towards the floor. And then slow motion, rolling on up, bone by bone. Roll of the shoulders at the top. Oh, coming into mountain pose. Take a few invigorating breaths there. And then sweep the arms wide and high as you take a breath in, as you lift. Forward fold as you bend the knees and back. Little half lift, the spine will lengthen. Step back, find your plank knees and lower arm down. Moving into those namaskar A's, warming, waking up the sun a little more. Roll the shoulders back into your cobra pose, finally through back and neck. And then downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Stay for a full cycle of breath here. Sink into the heels for the breath out. Lift high on the toes, breath in. Step, jump, float top of the mat as you breathe out. Rise all the way to stand, big breath in. Hands drop to heart as you breathe out. Go again, breath in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Soft bend through knees. Half lift, the spine lengthen. Step back, find your plank pose. Lower down slow as you breathe. Untuck toes, little cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Shift high on the toes, breath in. Step, jump, float, top of the mat as you breathe out. Rise to stand, big breath in. Hands to heart, breath out. And again, breath in. Forward fold. Spine length. Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra pose, breath in. Downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Stay for a full cycle of breath in. Breath in, lift high on the toes. Step, jump, float, top of the mat as you breathe out. Rise all the way to stand. Big breath in. Hands to heart as you breathe out. We'll take a balance into stalk to tree. So shift your weight to your right leg. Left leg lifts up to stalk. Good anchoring into the right leg. Sweep the arms wide. And take a little twist towards your left leg. Sweep this leg behind. Sweep your left leg behind and take hold of your left foot. Just take a little thigh stretch here as you reach and lift. A little tuck under of the tail, pull the knees back together and really lift up out of the front body. Stay for one more breath. Soften for the breath out. Sweep the leg back up into your stalk. And now find tree. So left foot to right upper thigh. Pressing the two legs together so they press and support each other. And maybe I might just take a hold of this tree to help me. Ah, gosh, it's so cold. Just take a couple of rounds of breath there, finding your balance, your shape of tree. Stay for one more round of breath. We're going to open on out to the left side of your mat now. So open tree and then big step, left side of mat. Right foot forward, left toes long edge of mat. Reaching the arms nice and long. Sink down and steady into your warrior two. Ooh. Oh. Take a few rounds of breath there. A little reverse as you breathe in, legs stay exactly as they are. And then side angle as you breathe out. So right forearm to the thigh. Roll this left hip forward if that feels better, and then open on out into your left side body. I find energy and length from left fingertips all the way to the outer edge of your left foot. Keep breathing. Nice. Stay for one more breath here. Dvihasta as you stretch the bottom arm out. And then rather than letting the arms drop, can you reach them like laser beams through the body and out? So you're working through the obliques here. Tummy strong, little rib cage lace there. A big reverse as you look back. And then Skandasana, back of the mat, arms sweep forward and back. As you bend down deep into your left thigh, right toes lift, arms reach. Bum sits back. Stay for one more round of breath there. I always feel like I could be playing a ukulele right about now. And then we're going to take a trip to the beautiful full moon, but into half moon. So bend back into the right leg. The right hand's going to touch to the floor or to a block or a chair or a table. And then you find your balance here. So energy through left heel, energy to left fingers. Everything is on this back leg in particular. Take another round of breath. Goddess pose as you breathe out, long edge of your mat. And down. We'll stay here, 5-pointed star arms, or actually I'm going to cross my hands inside my jumper. My fingers are freezing, and come into little prayer hands. Press the hands together. Chest open. Holding in the palms of your hands all that you truly appreciate about your life today. I appreciate my quick thinking today. Take one more round of breath here. Little kick of the heels out, 5-pointed star. Let your heart shine bright, breath in. And then cartwheel, top of the mat, turning the right toes to the top. Take a little flow, shift forward on toes, lower on down. Breath in, upward facing, or just the cobra. I'll stick with that one. And then downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Stay for a full breath in here. Shift time the toes, step, jump, float, top of the mat as you breathe out. Rise all the way to stand. Big breath in. Hands to heart as you breathe out. All to the other side. So rise to stalk. So rise to stalk. What are you anchoring into in your supporting leg? Let's embody that strength. Reach the arms on up. Big breath in. A little open twist to your right side. Stay for one more round of breath. And then as you breathe in the next time, reach back, grab that right foot. Take your thigh stretch, your tiny dancer. Little tuck under of the tail, bring the knees back together. Feel the quadricep really squeeze. And then without rubber banding the back foot, bring the right knee all the way back. And then take your tree. The right foot to left thigh, hands to prayer, or tucked under your armpits to keep the fingertips warm. So your expression of arms here. Take a few more rounds of breath here. A little release of the right foot. Open on out, warrior two. Ooh. Take a few rounds of breath, steadiness, and ease. A little flip and reverse, keep the legs where they are. And then side angle, left forearm to thigh, roll the right hip forward if that feels better for your hips and your body. And then reach the right arm long. So there's energy back into the right heel, right toe still pressing down. So that we keep the inner thigh working and the outer thigh and the outer hip muscles. Right arm reaches. Dvihasta, two hands. Rather than sinking, find the length through both sides of body. Big reverse, look back. And then Skandasana, back of the mat. Little pause and a hold there. Staying for one more full breath here. And then flying to the moon. Anchor into the left leg. Start to balance. It can start here. That might be your half moon on this side. The strong leg is this one. Left hand to floor or block or chair. And there's your half moon shape. Stay for one more round of breath. Goddess pose as you breathe out. Little reach up. And I'm going for the wrap of my hands. Take a few rounds of breath here. Steady gaze. Gratitude for having put my thermal on underneath my t-shirt today. Take a 5-pointed star as you breathe in. And then cartwheel, top of the mat. Take the flow again. 4. Little cobra pose, breath in. Downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. I'm going to take that for a little spin. One more time on each side. So breath in as you lift. Give a little more pace to keep the bodies warm. Eyes all the way to stand. Big breath in. And just take a bit of stillness before we begin again. Stork pose, breath in, left leg lifts. Tiny dancer. Oh, take a twist, actually. Twisted stork as you breathe out. Take your tiny dancer. Take hold of the foot, breath in. And then stork pose. Knee comes up as you breathe out. Find tree pose. Foot to inner thigh. Hands to heart. And then open out. Warrior two. Left long edge of mat. Reverse as you breathe in. Side angle pose as you breathe out. Breath in, right arm reaches. Reverse straight leg as you breathe out. The breath in to out takes you to the back of the mat into Skandasana. And then half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Take your goddess pose, big step, hug the arms on in. Reach the arms up, 5-pointed star. Little cartwheel top of the mat as the hands drop down. Take your flow or skip it and meet us in downward facing dog pose. High on the toes, breath in. Step, jump, float, top of the mat, Uttanasana, breath out. Rise up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, 2 hands to sky, and then hands to heart. Sweep the right leg up into stork pose, breath in. Take a twist to your right side as you breathe in. Loop hold of the right foot, tiny dancer, breath in. Stork pose, hands reach as you breathe. Tree pose, right foot to left inner thigh. Take a balance and pause. Open tree, warrior 2, long edge of mat. Breath in, reverse warrior. Side angle pose as you take a good breath in, feel the side body stretch. 2 hands as you pause and breathe. Reverse as you take a breath in. And then swoosh, Skandasana, back of the mat, building that strength again. Half moon pose as the hand touches down, back leg lifts, breath in. Goddess pose, soft plie, deep squat, wrap the arms around the heart again. 5-pointed star, big breath in, energy to fingers. Cartwheel down, take your flow, top of mat. Cobra pose as you breathe in. Downward facing dog pose as you breathe. Lift high on the toes, breath in. Step, jump, float, top of the mat, forward fold as you bend and bow. Breath in, arms float all the way up. Hands to heart as you breathe. Go half of one of those, big breath in, left leg lifts to stork. And then sweep straight away to your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. So the hips and the shoulders are open to long edge of the mat. Just balance there. No need to drop the hand to the mat. Just balance. You might be saying, yeah, Jen, just balance. Whatever balance feels like for you today, just hold it for another beat. Take a big breath in as you reverse, land the left leg back. Cartwheel, top of the mat. Breath out. Stay here in the high runner's lunge. Breath in, little easy twist. And then drop the back knee. We're going to open on out into a modified side plank or a full Vasisthasana here. You can stack the feet. Take a few moments here, building some strength through the shoulders, the upper back, and the waist. Stay for one more round of breath there. As you breathe out, drop the hands, take another flow. Breath in, heart pulls forward. Downward facing dog pose. Step high on the toes, breath in. Step, jump, float, top of the mat, forward fold again. Rise all the way to stand, big breath in. Hands to heart as you breathe out. Right leg lifts on up to stork pose. Open out right side of the mat, Ardha Chandrasana, balance left leg. So it doesn't have to be the full expression of the shape, just here is fine. Take a full breath in as you step back, warrior 2 and reverse. And then cartwheel, low lunge shape, little twist. A little open on out to the left side, long edge of the mat. Stack the shoulder over the wrist and find your half Vasisthasana side plank. One more round of breath there. Come back in, find your plank. Lower all the way down slow. Take your cobra. And then downward facing dog pose. Actually, child's pose, knee, sits bones to heel. Ooh. Take a few moments to take a few breaths there. And then we're going to sweep on around and come and find our little forward fold shape. I'm going to pop my slippers on because my toes are like icicles. Ooh, so stretch those legs out on long. And then take a full breath into the arm lines here as you stretch the legs and reach on up. Get a little bit of strength into the back line of the body. Take a full breath in and then start to hinge at the hips as you come forward into that forward fold. And I still want you to stay active in your legs. If you have to have a soft bend in your knees, do that. And then hands will touch down to floor or to shins or to thighs, or tuck them underneath your calves if the hamstrings are really tight. Take a few rounds of breath here. And if this is your forward fold today, that's fine. It's all good. However you show up on the mat today, it's however you show up on the mat today. And then from here, we have a choice. What quality do we wish to show the world today or to share with the world? Come on up. We'll take a little half shoelace bind. So just wrap your left thigh over your right. And then come on forward and give yourself a hip stretch. And then coming on up, keeping the legs exactly as they are, taking a little twist to your left. A little change of that shape. So unwrap your legs, cross the right knee over the left, and then your little forward fold. Mm-hmm. Some days you'll get a little more length in this shape, other days, maybe not so much. Our bodies are like that. And come on up and take your twist to the right. And then back to facing top of mat again. Bring the soles of feet to floor. We'll add some little bit of abdominal work before we come down to onto our backs. It's a little C-curve scoop here. Reach the arms forward. Bring the hands to prayer and just some little torso twists from side to side. Hips stay steady, knees stay steady. So every now and again, just cast your gaze to your knees to make sure that you're not twisting at the hips, you're moving at the rib cage here. Keep that beautiful scoop of the belly. Give another 4, 4, 3, 4, 2. Hold it on one side. Can you lift the left leg up? Can you lift the right? Come back through center, up and over to the right. Up and center, over to the left. One more time, right to left. And left. Legs into tabletop, slowly lower the body all the way down, little hug of knees to chest. Feet come firmly to the mat. heels a little bit further away from your hips today. And we just take a little bridge hold here. So just waking up those hamstrings. We tend to overstretch them quite a bit, or we're always in a forward fold, and there's a real emphasis on stretching the hamstrings. And so, as a nice antidote to that, it's really good to give them some strength. So you should feel the backs of your legs, that little connection point where the hamstring connects to the base of the pelvis. You should feel that nicely and firmly. That's really where your bridging works for sure. And then walk the feet a little bit closer together. If you need to lower the hips down, that's okay too. A little right leg into tabletop, little hold there. Just again, building that strength back into the body. And then right foot anchors down, then left leg lifts up. Good strength into the right side. Both feet come back flat to the floor. Walk the feet a little bit closer now. Roll out onto the outer blades of your shoulders and you puff the chest up so you get a bit more upper back extension here and back extensors working. And then reach the hands back towards your ankles. If you're feeling this in your back too much, you can just lower the hips down. Focus more on the squeeze of the shoulder blades together rather than the big puff up through front body. And again, when your body has a little like, and sends you a signal to say, hey, maybe that's just a little bit too bold. Maybe just temper that a little. Take one more round of breath there. And then as you breathe out, slowly lower the spine back down to your mat. Just an easy twist here. So both knees into chest. Little drop of both legs up and over to your right side as your left arm opens out. Just taking a few beautiful rounds of breath here. And then shifting through center and draping those legs up and over to your right. And then legs come back on in through center. Hello, Scout. You can tuck the hands behind your buttocks. Let the legs float towards the sky in a little waterfall or a happy baby. I don't see any koalas. I just see me on the deck. That's all. Breakfast time. And then when you're ready, slow motion, let the legs drape down to the floor. Stretch your legs out long and just take these last few moments of our time together just to simply rest. And I hope you're not able to hear the bark of Scout too much, but maybe you can kind of listen beyond that and we can hear the birds together. So when you feel ready to make your way back into the present moment, back into your bodies, start to send some movement down to your fingers and down to your toes. Drawing of the knees to your chest, a little hug of knees, and a rock and roll up and down, or a roll to your side. And just gently and easily, when you feel ready, make your way on up to seat. Just place your hands on your heart and call into your heart all that you are grateful for in your life. It's okay that it might be the same things every single day. Sometimes to lead a simple life is to lead a happy life. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, Steph and Bridget. I think you were there too. I'll just pop on up towards the camera.